Good evening, wanderers of the night. This is Petra, and I'm here to give a shout out to our newest subscribers and supporters of the show. Big shout out to everyone from Buzzsprout, William Tremblay, our longest standing supporter of the show. Also, thank you to Alyssa and LF, supporters from long ago before shout outs began. Thank you also to William Stevens, a new subscriber on Buzzsprout. And from Spotify, thank you sincerely, Mike H. Jett, for your review of the podcast. Always sending you love and positive thoughts and energy. From YouTube, we now have 10 new subscribers, but keep in mind that I can only see your YouTube account name if you've made your subscriptions public. So thanks to 7 of you, plus The Big Moki Show, Randy Hall, and Brian Jacobs. Thank you all so much for your support. Welcome, wanderers of the night. For the next 31 nights, Petra's Dark and Dreamy invites you to step through shadowed corridors and moonlit graveyards, where the whispers of the uncanny and the echoes of the forgotten stir. Join us as we count down to All Hallows Eve with tales that chill, enchant, and linger long after the candle flickers out. Tonight, the darkness calls. Will you answer? The Haunted Palace by Edgar Allan Poe. In the greenest of our valleys, by good angels tenanted, once a fair and stately palace, radiant palace, reared its head. In the monarch thought's dominion it stood there, never seraph spread a pinion over fabric half so fair. Banners yellow, glorious, golden, on its roof did float and flow. All this was in the olden time long ago. And every gentle air that dallied in that sweet day, along the ramparts plumed and pallid, a winged odor went away. Wanderers in that happy valley, through 2 luminous windows, saw spirits moving musically to a lute's well-tuned law. Round about a throne where sitting, poor Phyrogeny, in state his glory well befitting, the ruler of the realm was seen. And all with pearl and ruby glowing was the fair palace door, through which came flowing, and sparkling evermore, a troop of echoes, whose sweet duty was but to sing, in voices of surpassing beauty, the wit and wisdom of their king. But evil things in robes of sorrow assailed the monarch's high estate. Ah, let us mourn, for never morrow shall dawn upon him desolate. And round about his home the glory that blushed and bloomed is but a dim remembered story of the old time entombed. And travelers now within that valley through the red-litten windows see vast forms that move fantastically to a discordant melody. While, like a ghastly rapid river, through the pale door a hideous throng rush out forever, and laugh, but smile no more. LLARONA, or the Wailing Woman. As the evening sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows over quiet streets, a tale from the heart of Mexico unfolds. It is the story of LLARONA, the Wailing Woman, whose sorrowful cries echo through the night, beckoning the listener into a world where love, loss, and regret intertwine. Once, in a vibrant village, there lived a woman named Maria. Known for her breathtaking beauty, she turned the heads of every suitor who crossed her path. Yet, despite their affection, it was a dashing young gentleman, a man of elegance and charm, who captured her heart. Their love blossomed, and soon they were married, welcoming 2 beautiful children into their lives. But as seasons changed, so did their joy. The gentleman, drawn away by the distractions of the world, found himself spending less time at home. Maria, yearning for his love, watched helplessly as he devoted his attention to others. Then, one fateful day, she discovered him riding into town with another woman, a vision of beauty that ignited a fury within her heart. In a moment of despair and madness, Maria took her children to the river under the guise of a playful bath. As the water lapped around them, her anguish transformed into an unfathomable act. The realization of her actions hit her like a tidal wave, and in her heart's deepest chasm, she cried out, "Mis hijos," my children. In her grief, she too surrendered to the water's embrace. Now, it is said that Maria's spirit wanders, forever searching for her lost children. She is La Llorona, the wailing woman, who appears in the moonlight, draped in white, her long hair cascading like shadows. Those who dare to speak to her are said to encounter a visage of horror, a grinning skull, or a void where a face once was. Her cries are filled with a haunting sorrow, a lament that can freeze the heart. The nights are often still, but when the rains come, her wails can be heard, weaving through the trees and over the hills. Children are told to be cautious, for if they wander too close to the water's edge, they might hear her weeping and be lured away, never to return. Across the land, her legend is shared, stories whispered among families. In some tales, La Llorona seeks out the bad children, warning them of her wrath. In others, she finds solace in the embrace of those who resemble her lost daughters, still hoping to fill the void in her heart. One evening, under a canopy of stars, a traveler found himself on a lonely road. He met a woman clad in white, her voice carrying the weight of ages. "Where shall I find my children?" she cried, her sorrow echoing in the night air. Terrified, the traveler could only watch as she vanished into the darkness, leaving behind a chill that crept into his bones. And so the tales continue, each telling reflecting a different shade of grief, a different face of the wailing woman. In some stories, she is a warning against betrayal. In others, a reminder of the fragility of motherhood and the haunting consequences of despair. As you lay down to rest, listen closely to the soft whispers of the wind. Should you hear the distant wails of La Llorona, remember that her sorrow is woven into the fabric of the night. Close your eyes and let her tale guide you into dreams, where the echoes of love, loss, and redemption dance lightly, like shadows in the moonlight. Drift away, knowing that in the silence of the night, the wailing woman walks, forever searching, forever weeping, a poignant reminder of the depths of a mother's love.